Hi guys, welcome to another loathsome session of Dragon Age Inquisition. I've been, on the last episode it was almost all story-based stuff, with a little bit of a jaunt occasionally over to the... Where is the location? What do we got? I unlocked the Exalted... No, I unlocked... Maybe it's in Ferelden? The Fallow Mire. Terrible place. And I'm going to warm up just by doing this. I'm going to head back down to the Fallow Mire. This is, what's going on here is, does anybody know why we are in the Fallow Mire? There was a reason for coming here. And then when we got here, we found out that there is a horde of barbarians who are kind of calling me out. They're a barbarian clan, and their leader has basically said that he wants my head. Kind of to like prove how badass he is, I guess. He wants to kill me. So right now, this is, even though it's got a story to it, it was to rescue some lost scouts. Okay. Now he's keeping my recon team captive, I guess, and I have to go save them. So, although this has got story to it, as I've just described, it's not main story. You're not going to get many close-up, zooming in on people's faces, not many dialogue choices or anything like that. This is the meat of the game. Should you call it the meat of the game? I'd say the meat of the game is the story, right? I'd say this is the delicious trimmings of the game. This is the condiments, and the rest of the game, the story is the hot dog. And we all know that the condiments can be just as enjoyable. Terrible analogy. All right. So anyways, I have been at this is I keep repeating this, but this is the part of the game, this exploration, these areas, and the little quests are what initially made me worried about the game, thinking that Dragon Age had drastically changed into this game where you have to incessantly collect everything in the world, and like, you know, a Skyrim type game where you need to, you know, it's all about finding things in every nook and cranny. And while you can play it like that, and I now am, this has now become my most enjoyable part of the game. You don't have to, just so you know. I have changed the Twitch title for the show to Nightmare so that I don't have to constantly remind everybody tuning in why I'm playing in such a slow and methodical way when I get into a battle. It is on Nightmare. It's how I've been, I started to enjoy the game on a completely new level as soon as I started playing Nightmare. It's the way I prefer to play the game. I think the combat system is way more fun when you do. Oh, by the way, this swamp is also infested with zombies who occasionally, they almost always appear when you jump in the water, but I've cleared this area so they're not coming out. Alright. Trying to orient myself here. That goes back. So to the right is progress. I'm just gonna make sure I've explored this little... Oh! I thought I cleared this, but zombies are appearing. Okay. So one of my favorite characters right now is Sarah. Not only for her amazing personality, but also because she can one-shot dudes with her arrow ability. Maybe not these guys, but she does a lot of damage. She's my main damage dealer, I would say. And I'm gonna get... This guy's also bothering us, so I'm gonna get Cassandra to call him out. Oh, I think she already did. He's been taunted? He hasn't been taunted? She taunted this guy. No, we got this guy covered. The AI isn't always right. Alright, I'll get Iron Bull to taunt this one that's bothering my my other guys. And she'll keep on lacing into this dude. So Sarah's almost a guaranteed kill, like for the first guy you pick in the group. And then I'll use her long draw ability on this one. 2,000 damage, not bad. And he's dead. And remember, this is nightmare mode, and though I've spent a lot of time leveling my guys up, these are level 14 baddies, and I am level 14. So this is absolutely the way that nightmare mode was meant to be played. All right, now I just need to gather together the last two. I can probably just play this normally. There we go. So the problem with the new playing on nightmare mode
Be wary.
with...
The undead can attack at any time.
Thanks, Cassandra. You're such a fucking nerd. The problem with playing on nightmare mode, even when you have a grasp on the combat, because you might say to yourself, like, you just saw that battle there, it's like, obviously, I had a good control over the battle towards the end of the battle there. But the fact is that life doesn't renew. You don't get your health back after a battle. So even if it is an easy battle, if you plan to be doing a lot of exploring, you have to make sure you don't lose too much health at any given time in the battles, because you ain't getting that health back for free. You okay, Sarah? Whenever she uses her lightning elixir, she gets all twitchy. That's weird. Oh. So I'm surprised that zombies are appearing around here, considering I cleared the beacon, which I thought was supposed to make it so that the zombies stopped appearing when you jump into the water. Anyways. Sorry to hear that, Hrot. Good luck. So my strategy with my other characters right now is my tanks and my damage dealer. Well, mainly I have one tank, and I have Iron Bull as a damage dealer. They are the ones to get the enemy attention if the attention is on my two weaker characters, my mage and my archer. And they have taunting abilities to do that. These guys don't seem to notice us. Good. I'll wait then. So what I do with Sarah here is I use her fire elixir, which allows her to use any of her abilities without using stamina and without adding any cooldown time to the ability. So if I use the fire elixir, there she goes. Now she can just spam at least 4 shots of long shot, which is an ability that does more damage the further you are from the target. And this guy. And then that one, the one that whistles like that, is called Long Draw, and it takes a while to wind up, but once you do, it's like an auto kill for a lot of baddies. That one did like almost 3,000 damage, I think. And then her other ability is the Lightning Elixir, which puts her into slow-mo, and if you go to another character's perspective and let it play, and just let it play, you'll see how fast she is. It's kind of fun. Uh-oh. Here we go. And then she vibrates like that because that's her idling while she's under the influence. It's kind of creepy. This guy doesn't have our attention, but what the hell, I'll kill him. You also get extra flanking damage when you're an archer, so if you hit them while they don't notice you, they're also going to go down a lot quicker. So yeah, this might look like grinding or something because I'm killing baddies that I don't need to kill, but as you can see, I'm only getting 30 experience per guy. It's really what I'm doing right now is just practicing. That's my other favorite thing about playing tactically, that you can go to these really cool angles to watch the combat in ways that you otherwise couldn't. So even though gameplay is really slow when you play like this, you can make the best of it and kind of make it more entertaining by playing in a way that gets you more... Whoa! I haven't seen this type yet. Oh, female barbarian, and I think she's topless. Oh, that's cool. So this is one of the barbarian crew that are trying to kill me. I didn't know there'd be topless female versions with body paint. All right, so they just suddenly appeared. Who's she targeting? She's targeting. Good. They're targeting. At least they're targeting my tanks. All right, so before we deal with her, well, yeah, at least they're only level 11. Let's fist this one, I guess. Well, let's see what's going on with the stone fist. Okay, knocked that one down. I'm just worried that this guy's gonna flank us and be a bother. He doesn't seem to notice us, so I guess we'll concentrate on these guys. I think she's already dead. Oh, maybe not. I think the bull's gonna do a mighty blow. See, that's the Iron Bull. Look at this guy. Look at the size of him. And that's his big damage dealing ability that he just did, the mighty blow, and it only did 400. Meanwhile, Sarah does 2,000 to 3,000 with her long shot. Okay, this guy is woken up. Time to take him out, I guess. How much damage did she do with that flask? She killed him off with one flask, with just normal shots. Another thing that's helpful with Cassandra here, and with the Iron Bull, is you might notice that they have over their health these iron bars. That's guard, which they build up by using their taunting abilities, and they have one other ability called armor up or something. I don't know. I forget what it's called. But here, I can find out. It's called unbowed. and it just gives them free armor based on how many guys are around them at that moment. So that's another good way to get through the game without having to worry about losing your health too much, because that's just an annoyance. So I like free health. And if I don't know if I mentioned this, but in this game there is no healing. There's only preventative measures. That's why this blue stuff, the barrier that I apply with Lucifeather, and the guard that they apply to themselves is important, because that's your healing in this game. You can heal with potions, but not with like not with mages or anything like that. There's no like healing magic. I'm just gonna let them kill this guy, I guess. This shouldn't be hard. The undead just keep on rising up. And this here ability is my new Force Mage ability. Watch, I'll unleash it first. That big green thing, that's Lucifeather, my main character's ability as a Force Mage. And it draws guys into a circle, into the center like that. So anyways, it might look like, you know, Nightmare. It doesn't look that difficult, does it? And it's not difficult if you just have to commit yourself to, well, he doesn't notice this. You have to commit yourself to tactics, and you have to spend a lot of time tricking your team out strategically to a point where they oh my god, Sarah. 4,000 fucking damage to that guy. It's all about strategically composing your team for the best possible advantage for any given situation. And I was worried that Nightmare would require me to to go and modify my team every time I go to a new area. Like a new area in the game, that I might have to change my team's loadout based on the enemies I'm facing. Like if I'm facing like undead, that we'd all have to have fire weapons. But Nightmare's not that hard. You just have to have a good all-around loadout. Cleansing Rune inflicts bonus damage against Red Templars and Darkspawn on each weapon strike. It's a good schematic to have. What does it require? And Firm Morning Star. That doesn't look that good. So as I've and I just described my tactics. We got a tank. We have a mage, obviously, an archer for dealing damage. Dealing with troublesome foes. And then the Iron Bull, I love Iron Bull, and that's why he's here, but to be honest, he's kind of the least needed in the crew. I think that the team would be stronger. I like the character so much, I'm keeping him around, but if I were to really be creating a dream team, like for dealing with all situations, I would have a second mage here instead. I would have a mage that for the purpose of casting chaining barriers, because you can have both mages could have the barrier ability, and then a second one that does more area of effect stuff, because right now the only thing that Bull serves me to do is area of effect. Like when there's a lot of baddies, he's got the ability to do this. And it's really good for taking down a lot of guys, but so could a second mage. A second mage could have, like, you know, a really good, I don't know, fire ability, or, you know, like some sort of other area of effects. So I've kind of made a sacrifice, as I usually do with Dragon Age games, to... Okay, so every time I'm hitting the water, new guys are spawning. I should stop doing this. But I want the loot. At least they're not all... They don't see me every time. Alright, so this is a new area for me, so I'm just exploring meticulously. Oh, I'm obsessed with loot. Okay, so it looks like once you've spawned a round of baddies, you don't need to worry about new ones spawning until you've killed the previous ones. So I guess I can continue to explore now that I think. Sarah also has a bow that makes guys explode when you kill them, so that's why you're seeing this gory mess after she kills a guy. It's pretty awesome. And that's also an area of effect ability. When they explode, they do 75% of the damage that was dealt to them to the guys around them. So Sarah also serves as a pretty good crowd manager as well, as long as you strategically kill guys at the right moment. Cabin key. For what cabin? What, this one? Okay. In a second, I guess. I'll go in. I'll go in now. Cabin fever. Quest completed. Oh, this is the people locked themselves in because they had the plague or they were turning into zombies or something. A diary found in the fallow mire, one water-soaked entry dated 10 days ago is still legible. The damn roof leaks and I've been eating boiled roots for a week. I'm squatting in a bog. No one so much as spit in for 10 years. Still better than the alienage. Thank Andraste. That's the last time I'll visit the city. I'm worried about the gardeners. They were sick when I left and now they're all down with a fever. There's a little boy. Is at death's door. Nigel Marsh said we should lock them in their home. The sour codger. Maybe I can bring something to help. Is it death root that cures fever or elf root? It can't be death root, can it? Ask Gyro, which is right. There was a note earlier that underlined one of the two. Can you guys remember which note said, like, which one? Is it death root or elf root? There was like a little notebook that somebody left behind that said like, not elf root, death root, and then underlined death root as being the actual cure. So these, it's kind of weird. Some of the corpses are level 11, some are level 14 in this area. It's kind of odd how some of them are my level and some of them are just cannon fodder. Oh, there's two of them right here. That's why that was confusing. There's the bull at his best. Oh, fuck you. I'm looting. I'll just let that play out. These are level 14 guys. I think the first one, that's what happens. The first time that guys spawn in an area, it looks like they're level 14. They spawn as your level. And then after that, they spawn as level 11. So they're annoying, but they're not something that can get you experience. So you can't grind. The game seems to have specifically engineered itself so that you can't grind, which I really like. Like, you technically could grind level 11 guys, but it's going to be so not worth your while. Bull's taking a bit of damage here. Alright, I'm getting too obsessed with loot. I gotta stop walking in here and stirring up new guys. This is silliness. See what happens if I just try one little area without... I already need to use a potion because I didn't cast barrier on myself. So yeah, unfortunately, like, even at your team's best, you're not going to be able to often go into just pure action mode because you just can't. Unless you're not worrying at all about how many potions you're using because you know there's a place nearby to refresh them or something. I want to hit that guy from here. Should be fun, if I can. One shot. One shot. 4,000 damage. Oh, I saw a YouTube comment saying that it's insane how much my Sarah is doing at this level, like how much damage she's doing. It's because of a few different factors that are stacking. And that wasn't even using her 25% buff using poison arrows because these guys are immune to poison. But she has extra flanking damage, a pretty fucking awesome bow. I need to take these. I need this loot. New guys are gonna come out, but I don't care. that guy. Where's the other one? All right, we'll put them together. Worth it. Hey, when did we take damage? Shit. Whoa. Oh, this fucker. These fuckers. Shit. Is Cassandra gonna taunt this guy? Bull, you taunt this guy. I don't need their loot. Oh, good, it landed on the beach. It's really nice in this game that guys automatically take potions if they're about to die. It'd be so annoying having to micromanage health. Sarah keeps on missing with the full draw for some reason. I think it's because she's slightly elevated, or oh yeah, that's why. There's a little swell of ground there. Alright, I think I'm at the end of this area. Ah, stop it with loot. I'm obsessed. I need that loot.
This is the worst nature yet.
All right. Okay, I think I've got all the planted loot from the water, so I don't have to worry as long as I ignore enemies that die in the water now, because they're not going to drop stuff that's really worth it. It's the ones that are planted there as a part of the adventure that I really want to get, because for all I know they have like some sort of note on them that like starts a new quest. I just can't, I can't not gather it up. It's kind of funny that guys that aren't even made of blood explode in a shower of gore whenever you kill them with this bow. So I think our destination is just up ahead. It's a good warm-up segment. Collecting all the stuff around here. Blood lotuses are pretty important. They create a lot of your damage-dealing potions that I've been using whenever I'm in a pinch, which you will often get in a pinch in nightmare mode. That's the other thing. Like, so the important thing with nightmare mode is just taking full advantage of consumables and your ability, like your focus abilities, which I guess I'll show off later because you can only use them every so often. Okay, so there's the final, that's the final beacon over there, I guess. That's gonna draw out a whole bunch of new guys. And this is the, like, point of this area, I think, right now. The secondary point of the area is to stop all the baddies from spawning by energizing these. Here they come. These unreadable rooms evoke for a moment. Hey, I just leveled up. A sudden and overpowering feeling of smug and vengeful triumph, as though a difficult problem has been solved. There's been an image of a bottled elixir, then it fades. A cipher written in the last pages of the apostate Widris journal corresponds with the Veilfire writing found in the Foulmire. The deciphered message notes that when they're taken together, form instructions on how to concoct a dangerous poison. I think I might be about to find a cool poison recipe here for this mission. I just leveled up, so I'm just gonna think about where I should put that. Status effects. Duration bonus versus weakened. So that'd be the duration of the effect of... I wonder if being knocked down or being frozen is a status effect. Does anybody know? Because that's the only thing that I'm using is knocking guys down. Taunting them is a status effect. I wonder if frozen is. Or on fire, or panic. I don't think I need those two upgrades. I think I should start looking at another tree. Fire might help. Dispel would probably help a lot, having a second dispel ability. I'm going to put it into dispel. Knockdown is a prone ability, so it's different than, it's not the same as a status. Alright, let's start off with one of these. And then let's see where all the guys are. Where's the toughest ones? We got A lesser terror. Oh, he's only a level 11, but he's elite, so that might be a little bit more difficult than you might first expect. I don't know what elite means. I think it makes them like a few levels above what their listed level is. Like a level 11 might actually be a level 14 here. I'm not sure how it works. All right. Let's start with that. And then can she see these guys? Not yet, I don't think. She can see this one. Line of sight. Yeah, let's take him out. No, she can't see him. Oh well. This is gonna miss. Yeah. How about this guy? The good thing is if you miss with those abilities, you get to use them again. This will be perfect for these guys right here. And in fact, I'm gonna send my Iron Bull in for the kills. Loose Feather's in trouble. Just left her for a second and she's already in trouble. Cassandra should taunt the... Oh, it's because this fucker, the Lesser Terror, came out here. So Sarah should be able to really fast run over here. Yeah. She got knocked down again, though. Where is Lucifeather going to cast this barrier? Right here? That'd be good. Fuck. Did she use it? She used it. So here's where, this is like true Nightmare right here. Actually challenging Nightmare. Even though these guys are level 11, which is insane. She should have bodyguard on. Cassandra, come on. Wow, Lucifeather at some point died because of the fucking terror. Fucking hate terrors. They keep knocking your guys down and they can teleport anywhere. get this terror's attention away from Sarah.
Free of corpses back to the shore.
The fewer of these creatures, the better.
So we're down to 4 potions now, and those were level 11 baddies. So it's kind of giving you an idea now. That gives you an idea of what Nightmare is like. So still completely a challenge, even when you have your party tricked out to a point where you feel very confident. I'd say the biggest challenge is when enemies pop up in huge numbers like that, and most importantly, pop up spread out. When they're spread out, that's especially difficult. You can't keep control over the battle, and they just kind of you'll get a stray guy picking off your mage and you didn't even know he was there because you didn't see him spawn. Stuff like that. Keeping control over the battlefield is just such a huge deal. Now what is this thing tricking off my sonar here? Is it just this? I think it's just the... No. Oh, there it is. Jesus! I don't think it did any damage to us. These Ferelden medals of service are worth a lot of money. So it's good that I'm picking some of these up. I think they're worth like $300 each or something. It's pretty decent. Especially since I eat those tacticians renewals like candy that let you respec your characters, because, you know, respecking is what I do. I'm so glad they added respecking to this game. So yeah, I've spent more money on, I think, respecking in this game than almost anything else. The only substantial thing of value that I've bought in this game is Sarah's current bow, which is a unique bow that you can buy from the merchant in Skyhold, and it costs 4,000. Everything else has been just pretty much respec and maybe a schematic here or two to build myself some armor or a weapon. Still quite a bit to explore in this area, it seems. Oh, is that a rare herb? Dawn Lotus, is that good? So as long as you stay still after you raise the dead, they'll just shamble away, and you don't have to actually deal with them. It's so difficult exploring in the dark because I don't know where I've been. Never happy with my specs. It's mainly experimentation, Nilani. It's like I will respec, I'll test out a new like team strategy, and then I'll realize that like I've made one of my guys useless or like, you know, not efficient, and I'll respec to when I get a better perspective on how the team strategy should work. I haven't gone to that windmill. I don't even know if you can. There's a couple wildlife type creatures over there fighting the undead. I'll let them fight it out for a bit. No reason for me to get involved, I guess. Alright, I'll get involved. See how many of these guys I can get. And we'll kill the straggler with Sarah. Where is he? Here he is. There goes the straggler. What? I just realized that I unlocked Dispel for Lucifeather, but I didn't hotkey it as an ability. Cassandra just took a bunch of damage. This thing's annoying. 213 experience. What level were those things? Alright, I'm gonna see what's inside this lighthouse, if anything. Oh, I'll claim it. Not a great shield, I think. And let's see. Nope. Unless it has some special abilities. No. So I'll put Dispel on. I've run out of slots, so I can't even unlock any more abilities for Lucifeather at this stage. That's all the abilities I can have. 8 total. Okay, where am I on the map? Looks like, I love that they draw this trail. So it looks like I've explored all of this. It's time to move on. These 2 areas here. Lost souls, Inquisitor soldiers are missing, so this is finally taking out those bastards. I can't take these. I can't do this while I'm here because Blackwall, I need Blackwall to do this with me. I collected one on another save, these Memories of the Grey, and Lucifeather said Blackwall would have liked to be here for this. So I'll bring him along. At some point I'm going to swap out Cassandra for Blackwall just to, you know, learn his personality a little bit. Maybe I should do that while I'm doing this, since this is all non-story. I want Cassandra for the main story. Alright, I guess I'll head back to, since I can fast travel to the beacon, I'll head back to Skyhold. Maybe I'll even, when I'm back at Skyhold, maybe I'll swap out Blackwall right now so I can do these quests while I'm here. So who do I swap out, Cassandra or Bull? I don't need 2 tanks. There's no reason to have 2 tanks. No real reason. I've tried that strategy, actually. I tried making Bull a tank as well as Cassandra. They end up just kind of being wastes of space. They don't, either of them do really enough to warrant running them both as tanks. If I look at Blackwall right now, so Blackwall's a former Grey Warden, and I haven't spec'd any of his abilities, so I don't even need to respec him. And I've heard he's pretty amazing in his champion thing here. This stops enemies from moving past you and enables you to block choke points. I've heard that you have to manually control this, but I guess we're going to find out. But the main thing we need to put in his points into first is his ability as a vanguard. You need to be able to taunt guys. Got to make him more resilient too. Unbowed. Maybe he doesn't need those. Let's start with just taunting and see what happens. Well, you have to go for those, but maximum guard bonus up. Stun chance, resilience, you don't flinch, you don't blink. Stun chance when you melee. Counter strike. You push yourself to the limit, getting full guard and taunting all nearby enemies. While the ability is active, you automatically counter all melee attacks. Adamant, you've trained hard and you know how to make the most of whatever armor you're wearing. That's a good bonus. To the death, you taunt an enemy into a frenzy. Their damage output increases over time, but so does the amount of damage they take. The effect ends if you get out of range of the enemy. Interesting. While it's active, your guard improves as your target takes damage and you... Wow. Wow. You may not be able to hold them off forever, but right now nothing can touch you. You have complete immunity to damage for a short time. For 8 fucking seconds. That's insanity. How much... And it doesn't even require stamina? Every attack that strikes you reduces your cooldown times and increases your guard. What the fuck is with this guy? That all seems like insanity. It makes it kind of... It makes it make more sense to bring Blackwall than Cassandra, unless you're going up against demons, which Cassandra has a bit of an extra edge on. I'm going to start with maxing out the champion tree here. After that, like, I guess I want him to be able to taunt still, so I'll go a little bit into Vanguard. He can taunt, like, with his other ability, but I want him to be able to taunt both ways. Armor bonus 20, maximum guard bonus 25. That'll probably actually come in handy for him the most. Alright, that's what I'm doing. He's an all-taunting tank. So if I'm gonna swap out him and Cassandra, I have to swap out Cassandra's equipment. So it's time for Cassandra to get naked. We'll take off her cleaver, take her shield away. Oops. Take that off. And the Warden helmet. I think that's it, except for accessories. Which ones? Challenge ring. And... what's the other ring she's wearing? Ring of attack? I'll take the challenge ring. And I guess the amulet. I haven't found a better amulet for her. And the spirit resistance, so that he has resistance to spirit as well. Alright, Blackwall. I hope this stuff fits you. You wouldn't think they'd be able to fit into the same clothes, but there you are. Oh, I should have put the rally ring, the enhanced rally ring on Cassandra. I'll do that before I forget. Wow, that stuff looks really good on him. Well, that outfit looks good on anybody. There you go. That's my new tank. He's a bit bigger. Hello, Becky. Guess I'll go sell some things real quick and head back out to the fallow mire.
Inquisitor.
I guess it's time to get rid of this bleeder. No, the bleeder of souls is still worth keeping, just in case I want to run a rogue. I gotta keep it. I should keep it safe by equipping it onto coal or something so I don't forget and accidentally sell it. That's also worth keeping. And then there's this stuff, which my rings are what's taken up all my space, which I could fix by just equipping it to see like, can I get a confirmation on, like, can I sell this sort of stuff, the stuff that has descriptions? I've been keeping it all because I'm so... Oh, they're only 32, the medallions of service. I thought they were 300. But I've been keeping any item that has a description because I think that it's important. Like, these 5 slots are now taken up because I'm afraid of... The orders has to be something special. But these other things, I don't know. I just gotta run upstairs real quick. The teddy was for an early quest. Never figured out the horn. I should also start some stuff at the war table while I'm here.
Your worship.
No sense in wasting time on the war table. Where's Helisima's table? Here it is. No creature research. I thought I had tons.
Inquisitor,
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
adequate. Based on a partial improvements.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
All right, to the war room. Oops. I would also consider replacing Bull with Varric. Have 2 archers doing insane amounts of damage from a distance. And I haven't even seen Varric's special skill tree. I don't even know what his is. Our research has been examining everything known to the Draconite spirit species, and she believes that she has a way to flesh out the creature that might serve as a mount. The Dracolisk is rarely seen beast, wary, skittish, but hardy and powerful. Certainly not a standard addition to the stable, but in what other way has the Inquisition proven itself to be standard? Our allies will see the lure is properly placed and reported on the result.
Let us begin.
What else we got here? In the wake of so many deaths, the rise of the Inquisition, several noble houses are attempting to spur their fortunes by creating an alliance of their own. For now, the mired in argument and seniority. Let them squabble on their own. Poking them at this point is wasted energy. How is that? If we're not going to do anything, how does that take time?
Let's see what we have.
Oh, I don't need resources. A neatly filed request form copied in triplicate delivered to the appropriate parties. This is by Helisima, the woman I just talked to. An assortment of flora from the southern Ferelden and eastern Orlais, including she's requesting some things. Purpose: my predecessor Minave was studying alterations in feeding and migration patterns of several species. Following the appearance of the breach, her work left incomplete. I would like to finish it.
All right.
There we go. All right. So I'm going to head back out to the Fallowmire now. Oh, but real quick, I'm going to equip some people with rings who I don't use so that they're just holding on to the rings, basically. What does he have on? All right, I have to remember he has those rings. Cool, you hang on to this awesome dagger. I'll sell that slasher, it's shit. Put a couple rings on her. I'm gonna keep that handy. There's not many people I can actually hold these rings for me. Back to the mire with, this time, Blackwall. Alright guys, I'm going to take a break here. When I come back, Dragon Age Inquisition continues, finishing up the Fallowmire quests. Possibility of some main story progression later on, but for now, stay in the course. See you soon.